And we are live. Let's check the chat. Been a late one, I know. That's how Dave rolls. But you guys have been asking, people have been asking me to do just asking videos and asking, some kind of thing, whether it's a video, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a live show. A lot of my opinions about certain things. Lately, I'll say I do a lot of live streams. I am not feeling YouTube like I am. I know I went back and forth and said, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm just keeping it real. YouTube to me is not the same. It's not. I mean, when I first got on here, guys, it was a blast. Now you got so many politics that go with this stuff. Like, it's just different. You know what's crazy? You look at the other communities. I've said this before, but you look at the other communities, like I'm into the pop stuff. They're not acting like they are in the gaming community. Gaming community, you got so many little fucking douchebags that, come on your channel, start shit. I mean, yeah, they got them there, but you always have somebody that is totally upset with your opinion. Well, newsflash, motherfucker, you're not going to agree with everybody. I mean, let's just be real. You're not. You're not going to agree with everybody. And some of these fucking idiots don't understand that. They don't. I mean, and then you have the other assholes that like to basically, hold on to shit that they don't want to let go. Whether, I've been doing this for close to 5 years, and yes, I have had things that have gone on with this channel and stuff that I have done, stuff that I haven't done. You know what I'm saying? That has affected my channel just because of an opinion, or I didn't get along with this person, or they didn't get along with me. I'm not saying I wasn't the one to take full responsibility, but some people just need to let shit go. Like, I still hear shit about One Stop. And I'll be honest with you, me and One Stop are cool, but I haven't really talked to One Stop in a good year now, you know? And I'll say one thing too. That guy has been nothing but nice to me here on YouTube. And I'll take somebody that's been nice to me on YouTube over a fucking backstabber any fucking day of the week. I'll take their side on stuff. Maybe if they're wrong on it, I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, there's people that will shank your ass on here, and One Stop is not one of them. I can say that. Me and One Stop have gotten our arguments, but he has never shanked me in the back like some people. You know. But yeah, it's just the whole politic thing, and if you like this game, then somebody's gonna argue, why it's terrible. And I understand that argument, but people can't like video games. Somebody told me this a long time ago with the car business. I did a lot of stuff with, working car dealerships, and as a salesman, one of my buddies said this. He goes, "There is an ass for every seat," and it's the same thing with games. There's a game for everybody. It's just how it is. There's an ass for every seat when it comes to games. There's a controller for every person. You know what I'm saying? Do you follow? You just get tired of people on YouTube. And yeah, I'm not really fond of the whole eBay shit. I'm not. I don't really care, to listen to somebody cry about their life. I have a bad life. I come on here to be entertained. I don't come on here to listen to somebody else's bad life and how they're telling me all this bullshit so you throw some money in their fucking chat. I'm not listening to that shit. There's people that I used to like to listen to that's all they do now. And I even get sent videos like people think it's funny, which it is funny in a way. You're gonna listen to some guy fucking beg for money the whole stream that used to never do that because they know there's a way now to get free fucking money. Am I against somebody doing that? No. But in my opinion, I think you should have like RXL says, a production value or something. If you want all this money and you want to be handing hundreds of dollars all the time, offer something. I'm doing this right now, like RXL says. This don't cost much. Just what is it? You can pay for the guy's internet or something. You know what I'm saying? The most this costs is the internet bill, and whatever computer you're doing it on. And my brother gave me this computer, so it ain't really costing me nothing to do this but an internet bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get some people. Like somebody like Angry Joe. Let's use him as the example. I use him a lot as an example, but it's a good example. That guy is using props. And he's dedicating a lot of time to stuff. You know, you look at some of his videos, you can tell the dude put a lot of work into them. You look at a video like this, I'm just gonna be honest, this is not hard. I hit a Google Hangouts button. I hit my live streams, type in the fucking title, and hit the live button, and then I hit broadcast. Like, how hard is that? And I fucking talk. You know, unless I'm like Joe Rogan or fucking Howard Stern, I guess they get money off their fucking voice. You know what I'm saying? We aren't on that level on the Crumb side. Not nobody. Nobody. So give up. And if stupid assholes want to hand people money, that's fine. Let them go fucking broke handing some fucking hobo online money that's gonna fucking basically take their money. He's not gonna put nothing into his fucking channel. He's not. He's gonna pocket that shit, pay his light bills, pay wherever cardboard box he's living in, and go from there. I mean, I don't know. It's just not fun to me that there's so much stuff like that goes on in the Crumb side. Like I used this example before, or said this before about my live stream, but if you haven't watched my live stream, I'll say it again. You know, something I was watching my buddy RXL209's video, and he mentioned something about, I think it was a weapon wheel, and somebody mentioned something about the weapon wheel. He mentioned 7th level. Nothing against 7th level, but he was e-bagging the whole fucking stream. And I actually used to like his channel, but the guy's an e-bagger. You know, I'm not going to say he's not just because I like his content. I'm calling it how it is. He was e-bagging the whole fucking podcast or live stream just like this, you know. And a lot of them are doing it now. And like I said, it goes two ways, you know. You have one guy begging for shit, and you have dumbasses giving the money. And if they're going to keep giving money, I guess I can't say there's nothing, you know, I guess if I was them, I'd do it too. But I don't know. To me, it's not about gaming no more. It's more about, hey, can I get some money, and then I'll play a video game. Like, you got motherfuckers charging people to watch them play video games. I do that shit for free, and we have a blast. We've been having a blast for the past couple of streams with UFC. Even though I've been getting my fucking ass kicked, I got beat even by RXL. Yes, I got beat. I did dominate him, but that was the first time we fought, and then he got me the second time. He got me 2 times. But still, I'm just saying, even though I lost, I had a good time. I didn't say, hey guys, I'll play this if you buy me the copy of the game, and I'm going to charge you, I'm going to say whatever for 4 hours. That's fucking insane. That's crazy. That's like if I was watching that, I was like, this guy is not a gamer. He's a fucking crook. You know, like, I'm just being real. What's up, Geek Essentials? How's it going, buddy? How you been, man? What's up, Jordan the Ninja Dizzle? How's it going, buddy? What is up, RXL209? No, I did not watch Jack Move's video yet. I have no problem with Jack Move. I know he's a e-bagger. Let's just call it how it is. But like I said, you got guys like buying them shit. Like, at the same time, I can't be mad at the guy. He's you know, like, at the same time, you can't be mad at the person. He's getting it. But at the same time, I'm not going to watch their content if they're going to cry about money the whole fucking time, you know? I'll watch a video and laugh about it. But at the same time, I don't find that enjoyable. I don't find something enjoyable about some guy begging for money the whole stream. And when I came in this community, and RXL209 knows this very well, because he was one that really got on to people for doing this shit. You know, e-begging was something that was frowned upon, and now it's like highly accepted. Like, you're not in the Crumb side unless you're an e-beggar. So I guess I'm finally out of the Crumb side because I'm not e-begging. I guess you're in the Crumb side if you're an e-beggar. You gotta e-beg, and I guess there's people that are now. We found the key to the Crumb side, guys. Don't e-beg. And that's how you're not related to these channels that beg for money all fucking day. Like I said, if you're somebody like Angry Joe, I can understand it. Or somebody like, you know, like the guy I watch on Twitch, Dr. Disrespect. He's entertaining. And he puts a little production value in his shit, you know. He's riding with the motorcycle he has on screen. I don't think that's hard to do. Mr. T would know all about that. But it's like somebody like Mr. T, I can understand him e-begging because he's putting, like, production value into his videos. Some of his videos look like fucking cartoons. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he don't even have that much subs. I don't know if he's an e-beggar now. I haven't heard him. I haven't watched him a lot, to be honest. So he could be e-begging. Who knows? But he's one that I would say is allowed to e-beg because, you know, he is one that actually puts production value into his channel. So I could totally understand that. That is definitely a certification to eBay. Qualification, I meant to say. I'm tired. Sorry, guys. I was streaming for 5 fucking hours playing UFC, and you get tired after a while. But, oh, Dave, fix your audio, buddy. What's wrong with my audio? Is it messed up or something? I'm talking low. I'm not really talking high. I'm kind of tired. I'm not really about to try to fix the audio. I haven't done this in a while, guys. I really haven't done this. Can you hear me, though? Let me see if this maybe fixes it. Hold on. Let me fix it. Logitech cam. Here we go. Got that. How do you turn the volume up, though? Let's see. Volume. I used to be able to know how to do all this shit, and I'm awful with it now. Oh, here we go. Can you hear me now? You hear me now, guys? I just adjusted the level. Can you hear me now? Is that better? It's crackling. Let me see. Damn. Anytime I'm doing a good podcast, shit has to go south. Oh, man. I have a lot to talk about tonight. But I can't hear myself because I have my speakers connected. But let me see if I can. Let me hook up my speakers, see what's going on. Well, it wouldn't matter with the speakers. I'll just listen to my phone, actually. See, I'm tired. You have to excuse me. Hold on. Let me hear what I sound like. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. That sucks. Can you hear me now? Maybe I gotta start eBagging so I get better sound. Can you hear me now? Maybe I gotta start eBagging so I get better sound. Okay, you can hear me. Did you hear the beginning what I was talking about? Did you guys hear that? Oh, but yeah, going back to how did I even get into the subject? I guess it's just, like the show says, Dave bitching live. But I was kind of talking about why I'm not so enthused about YouTube like I was. And it's a mixture of everything. I talked about the mixture of basically just how people are on here, the politics that goes with it now. It's a lot of politics in YouTube. Like, oh, I gotta like this console. Oh, I gotta like this console. Oh, I gotta like this game. If you like this game, you're a fanboy. And I don't really like the word fanboy, but it's the best thing to describe some of these people, But got on the whole e-begging subject because I don't feel that a lot of these guys are gamers. I feel like they're using gaming as a front now to get money. I do. Because if you're charging somebody to play a video game, you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to, let's use me example. Like, if I was to say, okay, guys, I just streamed for 5 hours, but before I stream for 5 hours, I will charge you. I'll stream for 5 hours for, I don't know, $50. And that's what these fuckers will do. But Dave did that for free. Didn't even ask for a fucking dime, Not saying that I had a bunch of people in my chat or anything. I had the most I've had in a while, I'll say that. But I couldn't see myself doing that because I'm basically not enjoying to play the game. I'm only doing it for money. You know what I'm saying? So that basically right there shows that these guys are straight up frauds. I mean, I'm just being real. If you're on here begging to play, begging for money and saying using gaming as a front, you're a fraud. I'm sorry. If I'm gonna say, oh, I'm gonna play this for fucking $50, and they're probably getting more money. I mean, when I heard the shit with Crap Gamer that him and that guy Mooch was charging people to talk to them on Skype for 15 minutes, and then you look at their fucking you look at their Patreon, and it has all these different things that go, these different brackets of how much more they're going to rip you off. And the funny thing is, you guys bitch about companies like EA ripping you off, but you got fucking YouTubers pulling an EA, with microtransactions, but instead they're using a Patreon, and that's technically like a microtransaction because you're paying each one to do different things. Instead of getting skins and stuff and advantages in video games, you're paying to basically fund their lifestyle, I mean, I'd be straight up tell these motherfuckers get a job, I won't support them. I won't listen to them. If they're like going back, I'll say it one more time because I know the audio is fucked up. And I've said this on my live streams. If you haven't watched my live streams, like I said, you might not have heard this, but one time RXL was mentioning something with Weapon Wheel, and I've heard, he said 7th level said something. So I want to see what 7th level said, but maybe he said it on Twitter, but I didn't know that. I thought, I went and looked through his live streams to see what he was saying about Weapon Wheel, because I thought he was cool with Weapon Wheel. So I didn't know what happened. I thought maybe there was some drama going on, so I was going to watch it to hear what he had to say for entertainment. But instead, the whole hour-long live stream or 2-hour live stream, this guy has told me repeatedly in his live stream that he's, oh, this, and I got medical bills, and this and that, and the Patreon, the Patreon, the Patreon. I was like, holy shit, this guy's an e-beggar now. And I'm not 100% sure, but I know he was around when the time when e-begging was frowned upon, because he's been on this shit longer than I have been, you know, and I've been on here, I'd say 4 or 5 years. I'm going on 5 years. And that to me is not entertaining. I'm sorry, I get on here to get entertained, not to listen to some guy cry about his medical bills and cry about how he needs money. I feel sorry for him. I can understand and sympathize, but, you know, like I said, I'm a broke motherfucker, but I'm not on here begging people for money, you know. He's probably well more off than I am, and he's trying to claim, oh, well, I'm going to do this live stream right here and talk like Dave's doing that just hit, like I said earlier, what does it cost to do this? A fucking internet bill, you know? And most of the time you're going to have that computer, you bought it years ago, or, you know, whatever, maybe pay whatever for it, $400 or $500, but you got your use out of it. Or maybe you got it for, like, I got this computer for free. My brother gave it to me. But so let's use me, for example. What does it cost me to get on here and talk? Pretty much just an internet bill. I'm not doing nothing with production value, and I'm going to charge you fuckers to listen to me talk. Now, if I had millions of subscribers and I had all these people asking constantly for me to talk and talk about shit, you know, other than the 20 people or 10 people that ask me, you know, that'd be a different story. Or if you had a voice like Joe Rogan, or, you know, like a mindset of him, or Howard Stern, yeah, those motherfuckers can get away, like I said, with basically getting paid millions of dollars, or, you know, like Howard Stern's up in the millions. I don't think Joe Rogan is, but he's getting hundreds of thousands of dollars for sitting there and talking, and people like to hear him because he's a good mind to listen to, you know, like, he has good theories, you know. But long story short, guys, I don't know. I don't want to go over everything I said in the beginning. I'm sure you hear it. It's going to be a little crackly. Sorry about the low cost, low budget. If you hit the Patreon, I could fix that. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they'd say, you know, and it's fucking crazy, you know. I just think it's insane. But I'm just being honest, guys. I'm not trying to get on here to make anybody, you know, look bad or feel bad, but it's true. You have nothing but fucking, like RXL calls them, you know, fucking YouTube panhandlers on here, and it's like, I wish that shit would go away. Like, okay, tell me once in your video if you want to talk about your Patreon, you know, tell me once. I don't need to hear it 20 times during a fucking 2-hour podcast that you need money in the Patreon to keep going. You know, where's your fucking ass gonna go? You know, where are you gonna go? You're right. You've been on YouTube for 10 fucking years. So where are you going to go? Some of these motherfuckers been on this shit since it started. I don't believe they're going anywhere. I think they'd be doing this shit for free, like I am. I don't know. Sorry about the quality, guys. I don't think it. I saw another comment with the crackling thing, but that was earlier. My bad. But I think it's better now. But yeah, I want to talk about some other things. I'm just giving you guys why I don't do this shit that much. I enjoy live streams because I can get on there, play video games, talk to people, you know, and have fun, you know. To me, another thing, like I said earlier, when you get on here and you like something, people just want to argue. It's like their lives are very shitty, so they're going to argue with me about something completely fucking stupid. When I first came on here, hell yeah, I'd sit in the fucking chat and argue with somebody till the sun comes down. I'm not going to argue whether you like Pug or not. You know, that's my last argument I got into. Pug and Fortnite. And let's talk about that. Shit, we'll go on to Pug. There's a few things I want to talk about Pug. Guys, Pug is a fucking badass game. I don't give a fuck what you say. The game is great. It has problems, yes. But I have gotten to some, arguments with certain stupid people other than, I'm not calling Resurrection stupid. We had normal arguments. I'm calling somebody else stupid because they got really mad at me. He was like in the argument, but it's another person. We're not going to name their name. But I'm saying, like, got really upset because points of view of Pug, and maybe it's something else. I had for a while there, I was like, maybe it's something else. This guy, because he brought up some shit like I brought up earlier about one stop, like people can't let go of shit. That's another thing I was saying earlier. People just can't let go of shit. But let's get on to the subject. Pug versus Fortnite. You have a lot of people argue back and forth which one's better. I think they're both good games. But to me, I think Pug just brings it's just more entertaining, And you're gonna say, Dave, how do you say that? You usually like Nintendo and stuff like that, and you like the cartoony stuff. No, but when it comes to Pug and a game that's copying something, I like the version of Pug, like the original one, not the copy. Like I think they did. I think to me, the whole aspect of the cars, the different attachments, how you can carry more shit. The gunfights, I like the map better. I think it's a lot better game, especially when you're like landing. Fucking Fortnite, they can land right away and be already ready to shoot you. Yes, they can do that in Pug, but it's very less likely. You have cars blowing up. You can be in a boat. You can be in a motorcycle. The worst thing about Pug, which they are fixing, which Fortnite has over it, is the whole thing to do with the fucking game crashes. That shit sucks. That shit sucks balls. And right here, I'm going to turn a little bit on Pug and flip the script and say, okay, guys, you've had Pug out a while now. I don't want to hear no excuses of why you can't fix this game. The game has been out. They made money. What are they doing with that money? Because there's no reason we should be experiencing fucking game crashes at this point. I don't give a fuck if it's a beta. I'm not using the beta excuse. I'm not using early access. No. They've made a boatload of money on this game. They can hire a fucking team. I understand Fortnite has, Epic behind them, and you got fucking Pug with that blue pointer. We should call it blue hole because it's a hole of fucking money that they're not using. But they should get that shit going. There's no reason they can't get this game running, this beta running, at least where it don't fucking crash. If the thing didn't crash, I'd be happy until they got the game, fully done. Like, the biggest thing with me is the game crashes. That shit sucks. You're in a fucking game, and you're at the end, the circle's closing, and I'm running through a field, and all of a sudden my game crashes, and my guy's running into gunfire and gets killed when I already have, like, a fucking SCAR, an AK, 8x scope, 4x scope, grenades, bandages, health packs, med kits, I have everything ready for the final battle, and I'm gonna get automatically killed because my fucking game crashed. Yes, your guys can guard your body sometimes, but that shit sucks when you're running in an open field or you're driving a car and you don't know where the fuck that car is gonna go. Hopefully your buddy's driving it and can guard your body, or somehow they can stop you from running through that field. It is possible, but if you're running up, if there's guys anywhere near there, you're gonna get gunned the fuck down, and Blue Point, or Blue Hole, needs to fix that shit. I'm just being real, guys. They need to fix that fucking shit. I'm not making no more excuses for Pug. I gave the excuse, and I think it was a pretty valid excuse that the game was early access. They have now made a shit ton of money, and they could fix it. Will I still play it? Hell yeah. Do I still think it's the best shooter fucking this generation, hands down? Hell yeah. I love that shit. And when the whole thing with Fortnite next to Pug, I'm sorry, I don't want to build a fucking clubhouse. I want to blow one up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to blow some shit up. I want to shoot some motherfuckers. You can do that in Fortnite, but it's, to me, Fortnite, people are like bullet sponges. I don't really like it. I compared to Pug it. Now, when Pug's servers are down, I'm playing Pug, I'll jump on Fortnite. Maybe like a Resurrection said, I didn't get good with the building stuff or give it really a chance where, to learn the building stuff, I'd like it more. But, there's another person that argues with me about the game and shit. TVG. That, just gets all upset, in my opinion, starts fights, brings up stuff about One Stop, stuff in the past, and, it's like that type of shit I don't care about on YouTube. I don't give a shit. I don't care. And that technically didn't even happen on YouTube. I just don't like stupid Like, you can argue about a game, but don't get fucking mad and call, you know what I'm saying? Don't bring up shit in the past. To me, that's what goes on all the time on YouTube. Like, people get upset, or they're upset because your channel's bigger than theirs. That's a whole other thing. Like, like, I had a guy that came on the fucking live stream the other day, said I was clickbaiting with RXL's name. I was like, if I was clickbaiting, even though RXL's my buddy, and I sure know he don't, I'm pretty sure he don't give a fuck if I use his name on my video. I could use his name on every one of my videos. I don't think he'd care unless I was like fucking, maybe saying something bad in the title about him, but I don't even think he'd give a fuck then. But it's funny somebody would consider me clickbaiting when I'm actually doing a video about me and his back and forth in UFC, but I'm clickbaiting. Okay. I don't know. And and like I said, somebody with 200 more subs than me, or 100 or whatever, 300, I don't know exactly the exact number. I'm sure I wouldn't be, I no offense to RXL, and I know he's in the chat, but I wouldn't use RXL to clickbait. Unless maybe if I was like at 100 or 200 subs, I would. I don't know. I don't know. I never really did the whole clickbait thing too much. It may look like that because I've titled the video, but usually I'm talking about whatever I've entitled in my video. You know what I'm saying? Usually I talk about that or podcast. So let's move on to that. Other than, oh yeah, one more thing with PUBG. So it's going to tie into a whole other thing. So you got Microsoft now. There's rumors floating around because of something that went on with Polygon, with a website, an article, that Microsoft may be buying PUBG. I call it PUBG, but PUBG. Pug, whatever. That's the name I call it, but PUBG. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Don't want no fucking grammar Nazi to come in here and go fucking nuts in the chat. Calm down. That's what I call it. But yeah, you have Microsoft, rumors that Microsoft will be buying, I think they said Valve too, and EA. I know EA, it's a rumor. EA and PUBG and Valve and something else. In my opinion, I suggested this. I don't know if anybody saw the video, but I might have said it on the live stream too, or just said it on the live stream. I don't know. I think I said it in my video, but my thing is that is one of the most smartest things that somebody could do is buy PUBG. And I believe I said Microsoft. That would be the smartest thing they can do is buy that PUBG. Because that game is hot. I don't care what anybody says if they don't like it. I understand they want to argue with that game. I remember now what I said in the video. If that would stay on Microsoft at the time with it being exclusive for a year. It's on PC too. I know. The whole PC argument, but I'm talking console-wise. If that is to say exclusive at least a year, and if not better, then buy the motherfucker. That will draw a lot of fucking traffic to fucking Microsoft with console sales and everything, because that game is a fucking killer game. Like, the game is fucking awesome. Like, and that would be one of the smartest things they could do, other than getting exclusive for a time. If they were going to go the exclusive route for a year, but better yet, buy the motherfucker, and then you have Microsoft with money behind that motherfucker. And yes, you're going to have games that are going to copy that game and try, but there's not going to be nothing like fucking PUBG. I don't care. PUBG is going to be, that's the one that basically got to me. I know you could sit here and be technical and say, oh, DayZ started, but I think that was all by the same guy. They acquired that guy on the team, Bluepoint, that made stuff for DayZ and then did PUBG or something. But PUBG was the one that blew up. You know what I'm saying? Let's not even say it's the first one, but I'm saying PUBG to me is the shit. Like, I think get that game, get it exclusive, to Microsoft, and they're gonna have fucking good. The ball will be definitely rolling better in their side of the court. Like, I'm just saying, like, things will be going better. And even better yet, I don't know the whole thing with EA. This is rumors, guys. Let me say this again. Rumors, because I have gotten before on my channel, people got mad at me talking about rumors. I don't give a fuck. I'll talk about rumors if I want. I don't care. This is a big rumor. I know it's a little bit old, but something I want to talk about. If they were to buy something like EA and have all the exclusive EA, have like exclusive UFC, exclusive Madden, exclusive Battlefield, Battlefront, just to their console. I mean, I don't know if they're going to have it to where Sony can still get it and all that. I don't know. But if this is going the way I think it is, and they buy it to have it exclusive to themselves, That's a fucking game changer. I don't give a fuck if you guys say, you talk bad about EA till the sun comes down. Yeah, they had this shit going on with microtransactions, all that, but when it really comes down to it, if EA was to disappear, it would really hurt the gaming industry because they do have good shit, you know? It's just like if Ubisoft was to leave, that would fucking hurt the gaming industry because that's one of the big AAA developers that is still here, unlike THQ. You know, it was an awesome fucking developer. I like EA. You know, they make a game I really like, UFC. You know, I think they do a fucking damn good job on it. I played the new Battlefront. My brother got PS4 Pro for Christmas, got a 4K TV, and yes, too, I did play finally 4K gaming, and I have to say it is fucking cool. It is checkerboard or whatever you want to call it. It said it was pretty, I think it's native. I don't know, it might be checkerboard, I don't know. I don't get into all those specs things, but 4K. I played the Pro. Let's just say I played the Pro on 4K. I mean, that's a whole other thing I want to get into. I'm not leaving this subject yet, but I have to say I was impressed. But hold on, we'll get to that next. But with the whole thing with EA, I played Battlefront. Shit. Battlefront 2 is a shit game. It's cool, pretty game, but the game itself, I just didn't really... It's not that it was shit. It just didn't really feel fun. It was just like, oh, okay, another Battlefield, another Battlefront, you know. But in the future, I'm sure they'll get better, make a better one. This was a bad one. You know, but EA, other than like the Battlefront that came out this year, they have games that are pretty good. You know, you're going to have upcoming Bad Company, possibly. Imagine all that exclusive to fucking Microsoft. That is a fucking game changer. All these idiots out there saying, oh, that's stupid. I hear people saying fucking dumb shit. They're just mad because Microsoft may be doing something to get their shit going, you know, and that would bring a lot of shit to the table for Microsoft. Then there wouldn't be that whole thing, oh, Microsoft don't have nothing. I think it's funny. I know people like to say Microsoft have no games. They say Nintendo has no games. I really laugh when they say Nintendo has no games. I can understand the Microsoft one with the exclusives, if we're talking exclusives. But at the same time, I don't understand the whole no games thing because it was third party on there. Now, if there was no third party, then I would totally understand that statement. But I think people like to get a rise out of Microsoft fanboys, and I understand that to an extent. Sometimes it gets really stupid. But I think, in my opinion, EA, if they did what I think they're doing, if that is true, if they have an idea of going that way, it'd be the smartest thing Microsoft could do. And don't say for a second Microsoft can't do it because they have the fucking money. They can do it. And then, I don't know, I'm not, from my understanding with Valve, they're even talking about buying that. I'm not 100% sure. Mostly I've heard the EA and the PUBG. And I think that would be enough right there to get exclusives on their side. I like Microsoft. I don't know. I like Nintendo. I like Sony. You know, I don't like Sony's fan base. I don't. Being on YouTube made me not like Sony's fan base, but I am a fan of Sony's games. You know, I like Sony a lot. I do. I play a lot of PlayStation. I play a lot of, I played more PlayStation, actually, to be honest with you guys, this generation than I'd say anything, you know. But I like them all, you know. Microsoft did have a bad little rut in the beginning, but they're getting things going. You know, I'll tell you, with PUBG, that's the most I've played my Xbox, like, consistently. You know, me and Ozzy actually played a lot of, like, Halo and Gears. I remember we went through all the campaigns and stuff. That was a lot of fun, but I'm saying, like, consistently playing, like, a lot PUBG. I play the shit out of it. I love it. Now, if it was on PlayStation, would it be like that? I don't know. If it depends what console I got it on, you know what I'm saying? But the smartest thing Microsoft could do, I don't care what anybody says, get PUBG on their console exclusive, or at least leave it exclusive for a year, because it'll help. Look at the sales. It was like 3 million not too long ago. God knows what it's up to now. I'm very curious when that number comes, if it already hasn't. Yeah. What's another thing I want to talk about? So we got the PUBG thing. Oh, then going into the whole Red Dead Redemption thing. You got Red Dead Redemption, pretty much, and I hear this argument a lot too. It's kind of bothers me. I don't know. You have Red Dead Redemption 2 got a release date. I believe it's for October. Let me make sure if I say the exact date. I think it's October. I'm wanting to say October 26th, but I could be wrong. Hold on, let me just make sure. But while I'm finding this, you have this whole thing that people are saying, oh, if Red Dead comes out, Sony's games are done. Sony's, like, anytime, not even just Sony, because they were saying, because somebody was telling me that, like, oh, if Red Dead Redemption comes out around the time God of War drops, it's not going to sell. They did the same shit with, like, they talked about it with Grand Theft Auto, which was true. I think Grand Theft Auto, you had Splatoon, or not Splatoon, what was the one that came out? Wonderful 101, and that didn't do too well, I don't believe, if I remember correctly. But I'm telling you guys, if you have a game like fucking God of War coming, it ain't gonna matter. People are gonna buy both of them. Of course, Red Dead's gonna be a game that's gonna sell a lot, and a lot of people are gonna be occupied with that. But don't tell me for fucking second that God of War ain't gonna sell. That's just fucking stupid. And another thing too, while I'm going on about this, since I remembered it, how many times do we have to understand this? I don't understand. I have people saying, "Oh, well, Sony's not going to have nothing for the holidays." We already know this generation that Sony has blown their load early every time, and they have like one exclusive in the winter. It's usually around December. Like, what was the one year when it's like just recently? Wasn't it like The Last Guardian in December? But all their games come out early. Microsoft does all their games in the winter, and Nintendo sprinkles their shit all throughout the year because they kind of have to, because they don't have third party as like the other two. The other two can get away with that shit because they have third party. How hard is this to fucking understand? It's very logical. You just look at it. It's fucking crazy. This is the stupid shit that I just can't stand to listen to day in and day out. I just can't do it. And that's one reason why, I take my breaks from YouTube now. I used to do it all the time. I love doing this. And two, stuff gets old. But going back to that, that's reasons why. But Red Dead Redemption is coming out. I think I was right. October 26th, I was right. And I think, anything around it, as long as it's halfway decent of like an exclusive, it'll sell. I think people are going to get Red Dead Redemption, but I don't think that, God of War or Spider-Man, like, that ain't gonna sell. I know people that just bought fucking the PlayStation recently just for Spider-Man. Spider-Man looks fucking awesome. I mean, and then you have all people talking. I haven't done a lot of videos, so I'm talking about some old shit too. But from what I understand, like, some people are against God of War, and they say, oh, it's not gonna have a jump in it. They put a dodge. I mean, have you looked at that game? Who cares if they don't have a fucking jump? I mean, the game looks fucking phenomenal. Like, I mean, I want to just, like, I think that'd be, like, I'm not one too much to watch live streams. I know a lot of people like to watch live streams, but that's a game, even if I couldn't play it, I'd watch the live stream. It looks just so fucking cool. I do see Sony leaning in the direction of a lot of their games, like The Last of Us, and I understand like, just like how it looks. Like, God of War does, I do agree with a lot of people that say this. It looks kind of like The Last of Us. So does Uncharted, and I understand that's because Naughty Dog, but a lot, like even Days Gone, it looks like The Last of Us. And they must have seen how well The Last of Us did, and a lot of things went in that direction. You're going to see the same thing with PUBG. PUBG is such a fucking good game. You're going to see a lot of things copy that because it's something new. Last of Us came out, it was like something just different. Like, I love the online. What ruined The Last of Us for me was all the stupid fanboys that go around that game. I just don't like some people like, there's nothing better than The Last of Us. It's just the be-all of games now, but I still like Last of Us. The game I played a lot, but I don't know, shit like that. People on YouTube can ruin shit for me with games, and then like, it's like similar to movies too. There's so much gaming news. You see so many trailers for games. It's like movies. Like, they got like fucking 4 or 5 trailers for a movie now. And it ruins the fucking movie. And you got games now that there's like 4 or 5 trailers for the game comes out, and all this other shit that ruins the game. And you're like, know every part when you play the game. It's not like you're seeing anything new. Like Resident Evil 7, I stayed completely away from the trailers for that game. I looked at some things, and I was glad that was a game that I didn't see too much on, because I didn't want that game ruined. And I think they kept that game under wraps for a good minute. Like, nobody knew what it was. Really released that demo, and they weren't sure if that's how the game was going to be. And I think was it at E3 or something, they released the demo, and then nobody was sure what the game was going to be, if it was going to play like that. I said it was going to be everybody's like, oh, this is just like a thing that's kind of like gives you an idea of how the game is going to be. But it wasn't, nobody was sure if that's how the game was going to be. And come to find out, that's how the game was going to be. Like, that was the story right there. That was one of the parts of the game. It was a tape, right? But that was one of my favorite games of last year, I'd say. That was a really good game, Resident Evil 7. But rambling on too, I'm starting to ramble and go into other things. But Rockstar, Red Dead Redemption. I think Red Dead will, do well, and I think any of the exclusives like Spider-Man, even if they're come around, Red Dead, God of War, Days Gone, I believe. I can't wait to play Days Gone. That's gonna be so cool. That's like my most anticipated story game this year is Days Gone. I played Red Dead 1 and I liked it. It's a really good game. I played it late. I actually played it it was this generation, I believe. That I played it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I played on the backwards compatibility on the Xbox One. And it was a really good game. At the same time, I don't get all the hype for it. I don't get all the hype. There's like a lot of hype. It is a very good game. Maybe if I'd have played it right when it came out and saw the graphics, how it looked and everything, I could have, but to me, it wasn't as, I'm not a Western guy, like, I know a lot of people like spaghetti Westerns and all that stuff. I was never deep into Westerns, the most, when it comes to Western movies, my favorite one was, like, Young Guns, like, with Lou Diamond Phillips, Keith Sutherland. I like that movie, but other than that, I was not a Western person. I don't know if you ever watch that shit like Bonanza or I can't stand like you ever watch old people get into those old shows like Bonanza. I can't stand that shit. Some people like cowboys and Indians and all that shit. I don't. I fucking don't. But yeah, Red Dead, looking forward to it. Release date coming. I'll be playing it. This year though, I am not going out. I know I've said this before, but I'm not going crazy with games. Right now I got Evil Within 2 to play. I'm at the end of it. I got Wolfenstein 2, that's not even unwrapped. I'm gonna play that. I got Mafia 3, picked that back up. That game was running like complete dog shit. People complain about PUBG. That was a single player game, unplayable. Like, how the fuck do you release a single player game that's gonna, like, when you're on a mission and I go pick up the package or whatever the fuck I do? I have it all on a live stream if you guys think I'm full of shit. You go pick up the package, like, oh, pick up the warehouse guns or something, and then you're riding in the vehicle, and the guns disappear out the back of the fucking truck, and it's back at the point A, and you have to go back there, kill the guys again. Kept doing that in a circle. Like, what the fuck is up with this game? Or you shoot a car a million times for the mission, go into a garage, shoot all these cars, and the cars don't even fucking blow up, half of them. I mean, this game, you see the one guy just kept jumping up when I was killing him, and I was stabbing him, and he keeps coming back up. It's like fucking you playing Jason in fucking Mafia 3. Like, that game was unacceptable for day one. I mean, I'm hoping that I love the story, I love the gameplay when it worked, but I bought it again and got it for $10. I'm hoping that it'll run. I erased my save, so I got to start it all over again. At the time, I liked the game so much because it was running like such shit. I was thinking about getting it on Xbox and maybe it would run better. But then I was like, no, I'll just wait till I can get it cheaper. I'm not paying full price for this fucking game. I wasn't going to pay full price for it. I was going to trade it in and pay the difference. That'd be kind of stupid, trading it in for $30, $20 and then paying the difference for $60 at the time was no. So I got the bitch for $10 again, and I will play it. I got that. I got Shadow of War, which I'm about a quarter of the way through. Phenomenal game. My brother beat it. I watched him play most of it. He loved it. I loved the first one. I beat the first one, so I definitely going to finish the second one. Everybody's complaining about microtransactions with that. That I don't understand. I don't understand. The microtransactions did not affect that game at all. It's the Shadow Wars that makes them a little bit longer. It's a long game. The game is a long fucking game to begin with, but it's a thrill ride. The game is fun. My brother, he didn't understand. So people complained about, he don't understand this whole YouTube bullshit anyways. He tries to understand it, and it takes a special mind to understand this shit. Like, it's a bracket of its own. Like, I'm not going to that story again, but I didn't understand it when I first came into it. People arguing about gaming companies. I can understand games to a degree, but gaming companies, like, we're acting like we're stockholders in fucking Ubisoft and EA. I don't understand. I guess technically we are buying their games, but at the same time, we don't own stock in their fucking in their company. No shit, maybe some of us do. I don't know. But majority of us don't. Mm, had a good drink, sorry. But yeah, Shadow of War, I'll be beating that. What other ones I got? I got Watch Dogs 2 to finish. I got games. I'm planning on getting Spider-Man for sure. That'll probably be a day one buy, unless I don't got some of these games beat. I'm getting through these games, and I'm playing through LA Noire on the Switch. I'm pretty far in that. But when when PUBG came out, I was glued to that, and still am. I played that game. I have a lot of hours in that game, a lot. Me and my nephew and Frozen and Resurrection has played with us. He likes Fortnite, and I understand he likes to play Fortnite with his buddy TBG. That gets mad that we're going to take his buddy to play with us. So I understand that. But Resurrection's played with us a lot. Not a lot. He's played with us the least amount of everybody, but he's played. RXL's played. Well, he's about where RXL is. I think he's played about as much RXL with us in pub. But RXL had fun the time he played. He's fucking full of shits when he goes on about that game. He'll say, "Oh, it's a good game, but this and this." And no, you had fun. Just admit it. Yeah, Frozen plays. My brother plays. Procrastination plays. We play it for hours. Now UFC has came out, so that shit might change a little bit because you guys know my passion for UFC, the game, and the sport itself. But yeah, I'll be with UFC 3 and fucking PUBG. It's gonna be hard to beat those games and hard to play any other games. But I will manage somehow. I'll just pick a day to play a game and just do it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you have to do stuff. You just got to do it. But I like that. You know, if I'm wanting to play something, I want to play that. This is how it works. I don't know. But another thing Dave wants to talk about was the whole thing with Nintendo. What the fuck is this shit called? LeBeau, I think it's called. Or I didn't really, believe it or not, as much as I like Nintendo, I've seen the trailer for it and everything. I didn't understand quite what people were talking about. I seen Solid Rev made a video, and I thought it was pretty funny. He was going on about it, and I think he's not looking at it as at the right. I don't know if his opinion changed about it, but at the time I seen his video, I don't think people are understanding stuff with that. And Dirty said it best. You know, I talked to Dirty about it, and he said it pretty good. And you know, you look at the situation. But a lot of people on YouTube don't understand, you know, and they're very selfish. Very selfish. You know, not everything's for adults, you know. They make video games for kids too. Like, kids have to have something. Like, everybody thinks everything's for them, you know, and it's not. You know, Nintendo, this whole, whatever the fuck it's called, LeBeau or Lambo, or, it's made and designed for kids. I mean, yes, I do agree with Solid Red, though. If you see some adults on a live stream playing with Lambo or whatever the fuck it's called, there's a serious problem. You know, I do agree with that. You know, like he says, I had friends that played Pokemon and this and that, but he basically said, long story short, he's not accepting anybody playing LeBeau. You know, but you have to give it to Nintendo. It's very creative and it's for kids, you know. It's and this is the part that is the real kicker. I hear everybody complaining, "Oh, it's just cardboard. I'm paying for cardboard. It's cardboard." At the same time, they're giving you a fucking game and that cardboard. From what I understand, you're getting a $60 game. It's not just cardboard. I love how people leave shit out on YouTube. They say, "Oh, Nintendo's giving you cardboard." Well, how the fuck do you play it? Where's the disc? Oh, you're just getting cardboard. No. You're getting a fucking game with it too. You're getting a game and cardboard, you know? So you're actually getting more than what you paid for. You know, you're not getting cardboard with, I get cardboard with UFC, you know, and I paid $80 for that. To be honest with you, they didn't give me shit for the $80 version, but really play it early. But if you're in the Ultimate Team, I'm not big on Ultimate Team. Will I play Ultimate Team? I don't know. I play ranked championships and I like to play against people. And I might mess with the career because it looks good. They got a lot of good shit. The Snoop Dogg commentary is real good. But I'm just saying, I didn't get cardboard with my $80 version of EA UFC 3. And I bought it digital, so I didn't get a disc. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not losing shit. I'm not losing it over here. I'm not losing any sleep. You know, they leave stuff out. And they don't realize that is designed for kids. Kids have to have something. You know, not everything's going to be killing and shooting people. Kids have to have something. Yes, they make games on Nintendo for adults, and I'll be honest with you. You look at Nintendo's getting more adult than ever. I'm playing through LA Noire. They got naked bodies, dead and stuff. You never see that on Nintendo at one time. So definitely, Nintendo's getting more lenient. Definitely. But the whole Nintendo LeBeau, I believe I'm saying it right, or could be saying it wrong. I don't know. But you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's designed for kids, and I think it is a good thing. It's something creative. Like Dirty said, it's something like, kids can put their mind to. It's like other than just video games, like they're using their mind, instead of just playing with a controller. It's like something that they can, basically something different, It's kind of like people rag on the Kinect and stuff, or these exercise games. At least they're fucking doing something instead of sitting their fat ass on a fucking bed or couch or whatever and playing with a controller and getting fat and eating Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? At least they're up fucking moving around and shit. I don't see nothing wrong with this Just Dance. I don't play the shit. I don't need to lose weight. But I'm just saying, like, it keeps people active, And I don't understand the whole people on YouTube. I mean, they were fucking completely upset about this Nintendo LeBeau, completely upset about it. And I'm like, what are you so upset about? It's something that Nintendo made. It's a fucking game that comes with this cardboard shit that you put together. And it looks pretty creative, I have to say. Nintendo, if it runs the way it looks, they did a fucking phenomenal job on making something like this. If it was a cardboard done, I guess nobody'd be having a problem. But instead it's a piano or whatever else it is, a fishing pole. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I want to see if it runs like they have it in the thing, like if it actually is going to run like that. If it runs and works correctly, like with no issues, I mean, but little issues, I'm sure it's got some little issues, but if that's pretty impressive. Nintendo can do that, and that's a step in another direction. I don't know, but I can understand if it didn't come with a game and they're just giving you cardboard like YouTube made it sound, but it's not like that. I know people like to clown Nintendo, but Nintendo's kicking fucking ass. I'm sorry. Nintendo has made their way a complete 180 from the Wii U, and you can't take, and I know people want to take all this credit away from Nintendo. You gotta give them fucking credit, even if you don't like them. Fucking my friend Justin Wheeler was on the stream tonight and said he bought a Switch. That's fucking crazy. Like, he's one that I would never thought would got a Switch. And he was tempted. He was enticed to buy a Switch. I mean, games are fun like Mario Kart. I don't know why people don't like some people on YouTube. Like, did you not grow up with Mario Kart? I don't care if you say, oh, well, I played that. It's fun. The new Mario Kart, what they've done with it from the old ones, it's came a long way. It's fun. I don't get it. I could play Mario Kart for hours. And there is a lot of people that play it for hours on it. And I have one guy on my friends list that played over 500 hours for fucking Mario Kart, because you can see the times of what they played. That's a lot of Mario Kart, but it's fun. I can see why he's played that much. Splatoon's a good game. Arms is fun. I mean, like I said earlier, there's an ass for every seat. Like my buddy said back in the days when I used to work at a dealership, he was a car salesman. He says there is an ass for every seat, just like there's a controller for everybody. Maybe it's a new logo, I'll say. I don't know. I'll have to give him credit. A little bit of credit for that, but I'm just saying, like, it's just ridiculous this shit I hear on here, and that's just something that drives me away and just likes me to do live streams. So we talked about Nintendo LeBeau, I believe I'm saying it right, and the robot kit, I guess they give you, and the variety kit. I guess the robot kit's a little bit more, but it looks like it's like $80 or something, but I think it's pretty cool. I'm happy for Nintendo, like, for people that want that. And it seemed to be, I guess the pre-order sold very well. I mean, Nintendo's doing good with the Switch. Like I said, you can't take that away from them. I like the Switch. I'm happy to have a Switch. To me, I think bringing a whole new console out instead of giving you a fucking remastered console is a hell of a lot better. I'm sorry. I think it'd be a little hard for me to pay $500 again for an Xbox One when I'm getting the same thing but just better graphics. I mean, you're not getting a different interface. It's basically the same shit. You can use the same controller you got now. Same thing with the PlayStation Pro. And you guys can sit here now and no longer say, oh, Dave, you didn't play a PlayStation Pro. Yes, I did. My brother has one. He has a 4K TV, everything. It is fucking cool. I will say that. The graphics look good, but it's not cool enough for me to go out and spend, you know, trade in my console, get nothing from GameStop for it, and go spend another $300 if I'm lucky, or $350. You know, fuck that. That's crazy. My brother got a PlayStation Pro because he didn't have a PlayStation. He only had an Xbox. And he has the money to buy like an Xbox. He could get an Xbox One X right now, and he keeps his Xbox because it's a lot of money to lay out for the same thing. And he likes, I mean, the Pro looks good. Don't get me wrong. What I've seen on it so far is I played The Last of Us a little bit. I played more Alien Isolation than anything, and that looks good. It was crazy because I was over there on his birthday party, his birthday, and me and my nephew were playing in the game room. We were playing, he built the game room. He put that, that's why I got the 4K TV and all that shit. Got the Pro, got the Xbox in there, all his pops and shit, and pictures of DC or whatever and Marvel. He made a game room. Pretty cool. So we're in there sitting on the couch playing the game, my nephew he likes you to watch him play games. Like, he's like, "Oh, watch me." So I'm watching him, helping him through Alien Isolation. He wanted to try it out. And we ended up playing it. I'm like, damn, I don't remember this game looking this good. And I forgot that we were playing it on the fucking Pro and a 4K TV because I was like, damn, this looks good. And I'm not sure I mean, I'm pretty sure they did the update for it, or maybe it was running on boost mode. I don't know. That bitch looked good. And it was like almost made me want to play the game again. But at the same time, I couldn't go out and spend all that money I couldn't go out and lay out that money for the same thing. Now, if that was a new console that offers new exclusives that you can't get on other console, yes, I could see that. But I can't see buying these same consoles again still. So I want to mention that too. I did get to play the PS4 Pro, and I got to play The Last of Us, Alien Isolation, and Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 looked good. I mean, Battlefront 2, I said a little earlier, wasn't like the best game. It's not a bad game. It's just more of the same. It's just more of the same. You know, the campaign was cool. We're playing a little bit of the campaign. It was cool. It looked really good. But I got to see you can see the big difference in The Last of Us where you kick on the HDR. It says, it said on his TV, it goes, it said on the PlayStation, it says you have HDR. And the minute we hit that, because I seen it first without HDR, and we hit it, we hit the button, and when it told us to put it on there, it says this TV has HDR, boom, and then it gets really bright. Like, the colors really stand out. And I'm colorblind, but I can still see colors, and it looks fucking good. Some people think when you say you're colorblind, you only see black and white. No, it don't work like that. You see similar colors, like blues and purples look very similar. It's hard to tell them apart, but long story short, it looked good. And the funny thing is, we played a little joke on my brother, me and my nephew. We had him come in the room because he didn't see The Last of Us when we first fired it up. He didn't see how we seen in HDR, so we switched it back and we said, "Oh, what do you think of this?" And he's looking, "Oh, this looks really good." And it did look good, just regular, too, on it. And then you say, "Oh, you like it? This is what it looks like." He says, "Yeah, this looks good." And we popped the HDR on, and the fork went over into, more, we stepped it up a little bit from 30 frames to 60. And he's like, wow, you could see, we were playing a little joke, meaning, because sometimes he'll just see stuff, just some people, just because it's better, they're like, "Oh, it's so much better because it's in this." He kind of gets like that sometimes. And we got him good, had him thinking that it was 1080, it looked good, we're like, "Oh, this is what it looks like." He was only looking at it 1080p, and we jacked that shit up, and I don't know what it went to, 1400p or whatever. I don't know what it went to, but, I'm not I'm not on point with all these different fucking frame rates I got now over 1080p. 1400p, whatever, it goes up forever. But excuse me, I'm tired too, but telling stories. But basically, that's what went on with that, and it was pretty funny. Now I want to talk about Microsoft Game Pass and what this means, in my opinion. First, let's talk about Game Pass. I had some people ask me about Game Pass, and I said a little bit of my opinion, but I have a bigger opinion with it. Then Microsoft's Game Pass, I think, in my opinion, is a very good thing. I think it's great for the consumer, because all you people that bitch and whine and cry that, I don't want to buy Sea of Thieves for $60. That game ain't worth it. Or I'm not buying this. I'm not buying that. You know, there's a lot of fucking cheapskates out there who won't buy nothing. So now you got the option to rent, pretty much, you know, beat a game. Like, you have a game like Sea of Thieves or a game like Crackdown, you want to play the story. You can fucking get that shit for $10 now and basically download it and beat it. And if you want the game, you can get a deal on it now, get it cheaper, you know. But who's going to do that when you can just pay the $10, beat the game, and be done? And not only do you have exclusives, you have some third party. And in my opinion, this is another step to a digital future. I'm telling you guys, I've argued to people till I was blue in the face here on YouTube about digital taking over with video games, like digital, you know. And it's like the movie thing, like all these fuckers have Cody now, you know what Cody is, right? And you know, people, you still got the people that need the physical copy and all that, but some of those people that still like the physical copy will even watch Cody. You know, will watch the free movies and watch all that. You know, and what's the point of buying movies when you can watch them on Cody? Like, let's be real, like, that don't make any fucking sense unless you're a collector. And that, I'm just saying, that's the only thing I could think of, you know. The digital with Cody, like, when did you ever have it to where you had it, like, think of this, back in the day, people would kill for something like that. Oh, I could just watch any movie I want, you know what I'm saying? Well, that kind of hurt physical copies, you know, and kind of drew away, you know, the internet drew away Blockbuster, drew away a lot of, you know, all the renting movies, even the red box is kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like, that's even going out now. I'm just being real. Like, more people are using Kodi, more people are using Netflix, you know, more people are using Hulu. Like, Netflix is even getting badass movies. Like, they just got, like, Pumpkinhead was on here. They just got the third Cloverfield. I just watched 1922. That was a Netflix movie. That was fucking awesome. Stephen King's like, shit's coming straight to Netflix. Point is, all the people watch them movies, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying, oh, I need the physical copy of fucking 1922 or Cloverfield 3 or this and that. They just watched it like, yeah, I watched it for free. I don't really need to spend the money. Well, that's what's going to happen with Game Pass. People are going to be like, well, I spend $10 and enjoy the game as much as I want, as long as I pay it, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Play it as much as I want. You might only spend $20 and then shut the Game Pass off, had your fun with the game, it's done. Beats paying $60, right? That even to me is better than fucking Gamers Club Unlocked. Because you're playing all these games for $10, but it's digital, you know? And I just don't see the point in buying a game when I can play exclusive like Microsoft's going to have, when I can get Game Pass and play exclusive for as long as I want for $10. And I'm, you know what I'm saying? You might only play that game for 2 months and be done. A month and be done. 3 months. Okay, it's $30. But then you have access to all these other games. And if they keep doing shit like that, and Sony comes out with theirs, I know Sony's really trying to push PlayStation now, but I'm sorry, Game Pass blows that out of the water. You know, if Sony gets smart and makes something like Game Pass, which they probably will, you know, or make it to where you can, you know, download the game instead of stream it, you know, Nintendo could do shit like that. I'm telling you, that's going to kill the physical. That's one more step to killing the physical game. I believe there will be physical games, like I've always said, but it's going to be few, far in between, kind of like how it is on PC. You know, you go to the store and you see the PC shelf and it's very small, you know. I'm sorry, can you guys argue with me on that? That's what would you rather do? If you have an Xbox One, would you rather buy Sea of Thieves, or would you rather just pay the $10 and play it, and maybe pay another $10 if you want to play it another month, or, you know, it'd be $20. Maybe another month, like I said, $30. You know, but you have access to all other games too. And if you really want the game, you get it cheaper. I don't know exactly what it'd be with Game Pass, but you get it even cheaper. You know, I don't know. To be honest with you, like these PlayStation flash sales and how cheap games are in general, like the $60 value of a game goes down unless you really want it. I mean, yes, I paid $80 for EA UFC 3, but I like. So I bought a digital now though. But I like supporting EA when they make good stuff, or any company. Like that game, they do well with it. It's a blast. But I don't know. I want to know your guys' opinion. I told you mine. Tell me yours in the comment section or live chat. Sorry, I've been looking at live chat. I've been rambling on. I haven't done one of these or a podcast in a long time. I had a lot to say. There were some other things people wanted me to talk about. I'm trying to think before I shut this shit down. Because I wanted to get some stuff, mention some stuff. I mentioned some stuff about the Crumb side, the Game Pass. Talked about Red Dead, like procrastination was wanting me to, and that's some other things. Talked about Pug. Talked about Crumb side e-beggars. And guys, it's like I said, I don't care for that. That's me. That's my opinion. I just I don't see the value of giving somebody money that I'm with RXL on it. I really am. I'm with him on that. I'm with the whole thing. Like, I could see if you were bringing more to the table, or you had tons of viewers where people were asking for you. Oh, well, you have hundreds of thousands of viewers, and they're like, when are you going to be on? When are you going to be on? Then you're dedicating your life to it. Yeah, some people are dedicating their life to it and not doing much, like in the Crumb side, and then still wanting money. But I'm not going to listen to somebody like on my level or even a little higher on my level, like with, say they have 2,000 subscribers or anywhere from 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000. I'm not going to listen to them people beg for fucking money. And on top of that, another thing people do on here, they like to go and, buy subscribers and make themselves look a little bit more relevant. But you look at their views. Just look at the views. The views, like Next Gen said a long time ago, it's a true statement. And I always get kicked out when he said it. Your audio is not matching your visual. And it fits so well. It fits so well because you can see the subscriber count and the views, and you can see if somebody's fudging the numbers, And I'm not, and just because, but people want a bigger number next to their name to make themselves relevant. They feel more like they have power. I'm sorry, you're in the Crumb side of YouTube. You're not very powerful. you're in the Crumb side for a reason, But yeah. Anything else you guys would like me to bitch about? I can do it. But I'm thinking about getting on playing some more UFC. I had to take a break before. Man, I was playing that game for like 5 hours. But I love the game. It's just a great game. I love UFC. And let me talk about UFC a little bit. It's not so much bitching, but the game is great, guys. I love the new striking system, the ground. They added a little bit more to the ground, so it can basically make it to where you can get out of situations you couldn't before in EA UFC 2. They gave you more options, like when you stand up in basically get up in a position in like a full mount, and you can switch into a side mount when you're actually postured up now. You couldn't do that in the other one, I believe. I'm pretty sure you couldn't do that. I'm trying to think, but I'm pretty sure you can go right or left. You know what I'm saying? There's so much different stuff, and it's just a fun game. And even the Snoop Dogg commentary, and then somebody's trying to, I think Spajank was trying to get me to play it, and I played it last night on a live stream. That is the funniest shit, and it's cool. I wish I would put his commentary in the regular game, and it would have been even cooler with the commentary. But all the fighters, and they're adding more. The only thing is about this point made with the $80 version. That wish I would have gave you more, like, it would have gave me some DLC characters, which I guess they might do that still, or and maybe charge people that didn't buy the $80 version, but I will bitch if I don't get any DLC characters and I paid $80 and they're going to charge me on top of the $80. You'll see Dave get fucking pissed off. Yes, they gave you Ultimate Fighting Team shit, but I don't really play the Ultimate Team. I don't. But I might this time. I don't know. I mean, I know this time I'm getting more in my ground game. I'm definitely getting that fixed. For sure. But EA UFC 3, guys, fucking 10 out of 10, Dave. I know nothing's really a 10, but, in somebody's eyes, I can understand a 10 out of 10 if they feel that way. Pug, 10 out of 10 to me, even though it's got problems. Okay, I'll be fair. I'm 9 for its problems. I'm 9. But UFC, I could get technical, say it's a 9 for anything. Something's always going to have problems. But if I really like it, and fun factor, okay, let's say fun factor. Fun factor, 10 out of 10. EA UFC 3, fun factor, 10 out of 10. I'm going to go by fun factor from now on. I'm not going to say, basically about a game's problems. If I don't enjoy the game and it has a lot of problems that I don't like, that I can't deal with, then the fun factor won't be so high. But fun factor, those two games, 10 out of 10. I like them. I'm judging by fun factor from now on. Hydro says, I think the $80 version was for, yeah, I know, and that's basically what but you remember last time we bought the deluxe edition, you get, you know, Bass Root, and you get Mike Tyson. I think there's more still to come because they haven't added fight like Kobe Covington's not in it, and there was another one that I thought of before that isn't in the game that should be in there. That I was thinking, like, I was like, yeah, they don't have him in the game either. It just slipped my mind. I just had it. I know it'll come to me eventually. Maybe not on this live stream, but maybe after the live stream. But Kobe Covington, one of them, he's a pretty big name. He's not like a badass fighter, but he's a big name in the UFC right now. He's causing a lot of controversy. But he's one that I was surprised that wasn't in the game. There's that one guy. Remember that guy Hydra said "choo choo motherfucker"? He ain't in the game. Conor McGregor's training partner. I can't think of his name though, but you know what I'm talking about. If you watch the MMA videos on YouTube, he's at the weigh-in saying "choo choo," and then he got his ass fucking "choo choo" knocked the fuck out. But he's like "choo choo motherfucker." He's trying to talk shit. I think Conor told him to say something or whatever, but he got pummeled. But I think I'm trying to think. He isn't in it. You got people. A lot of people wanted Crow Cop in this one, but Crow Cop technically is not UFC, so he'd be an add-on character. I don't know if he was an add-on character in the last game. Dave, are you streaming 20,000 Leagues Under Sea? Is it bad, the audio? Let me hear myself. Oh wait, shit. I hear this argument a lot, dude. I don't know what's up with the audio tonight. I don't know. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 got released date. I believe yes, it's screwed up again. You know. But hold on, let me try to fix the audio one last time. I didn't know what you got wasn't reading the chat. Let me try. I don't know. The audio is fucked up tonight. I'm sorry, guys. But that's my bitch. My Dave bitching live tonight. I know the audio wasn't that great. My bad. I'll make sure it's working better next time. I'm sorry for the audio problems. I thought it was fixed, and I turned the volume down on the I turned the audio down on my phone, and I think it's something to do. I don't know why it isn't working. I don't get that. I have the microphone in here. I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with the internet, like Jack said, or something. Maybe it's an internet problem. I don't know. But yeah, it's probably something wrong with the internet. Is it working now? I don't know. I gotta get. Maybe I can use my new headset. I gotta test it out. But I got that headset that I got, the Astro A10s. That has a microphone. Maybe it'd be better that way. I don't know what the issue with the sound is. Maybe it's something with the audio, with the internet, like Jack said. I don't know. I have pretty good internet. I don't understand. Yeah, it sounds good now, but it's gonna go back to how it was probably. Zaire's an e-beggar too. His 15-minute videos have had has had 5 ads in them. Yeah, and I noticed that too. There's a lot of ads in people's videos. Like, it's just fucking crazy. I don't know. Has topic of e-begging been brought up? Yeah, it's been brought up, Callie. I kind of sprinkled it through this whole, like, Dave bitching live. Sorry about the audio, guys. I didn't know it started up again. I wasn't reading the chat. I was just rambling on. Man of Leisure, he's funny. But yeah, I'm gonna jump on UFC a little bit longer and play that a little bit more. If you guys want to jump on I might play it for maybe another hour or 2. Who knows? I might be on there for probably 2 hours. But next time, I promise I'll have my audio a little better. I did a live stream because a lot of you guys have been asking me, but other people have been asking me too. They're probably gonna watch it afterwards. I don't see in the chat. Like I said, the reason I don't do much YouTube is because there's a lot of politics that go with it that I don't care for anymore. I don't like the whole fanboy bullshit. I don't like the arguing like about this and that. This stupid stuff. It's like if I come on here and like Nintendo, people are gonna hate me for Nintendo. And then you have guys. What really bothers me about YouTube is, I'll say one more thing. You have guys that are standing so hard by their company of choice that would never even play a game like that, never have mentioned a game like that in their past, and they're all about it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? Like, I like Nintendo, but I fucking hate Kirby. I'm not gonna play Kirby. I'm not gonna really play Yoshi. I have more of a thing against Kirby, but Yoshi's not even that bad as Kirby. But there's not every game I'm gonna play that Nintendo makes or Sony. I like them all. But I just grew up on it. Nintendo was my first one. But there's not every game that company makes I'm gonna like. It's just not like that. And you're seeing these guys on Sony. This is what drives me nuts about Sony. You see guys that would never play a game like Shadow of the Colossus, would never play a game like Last of Us, or not Last of Us, but Last Guardian, that are saying, "Oh, it's so great." And you're like, what? When you look at what they play all the time, and you look at their supposable their supposedly history of their gaming history of what they said, what they grew up on, you're like, that, like Next Gen says, your audios are not matching your visuals, and basically you're just cheering on anything Sony does, and to me it's like, okay, The Last Guardian came out, everybody was waiting supposedly for that game for what, 10 years, 10 years. The game comes out, I didn't even hear about the motherfucker a month later. I didn't hear about it 2 weeks later. Come on, let's keep it real, guys. I thought the way that everybody talked about that fucking game, you'd see everybody streaming that motherfucker. That love that cheers for Sony. Sony's fucking cheerleaders. You thought you would, let's just call them cheerleaders from now on. I'm not even calling fanboys cheerleaders. Because I don't like the word fanboys. I think cheerleaders suits them a little bit more. All these people cheering for fucking Sony and that claim they like these games that they would never play. They played them just to make it look like, even if they went as far as buying the game and played it just to make it look like they gave a fuck about the game. Let's keep shit real. If you really like The Last Guardian, why didn't you play it when it dropped? If it's so, like all these people, like I'm just saying, like I'm listening to people about, I'm just using the Sony fan base example, and The Last Guardian's a perfect example. When that game dropped, I didn't see really anybody fucking giving a shit but the first week. And then the second week, it was like it fell off. Like, let's keep it real, guys. Let's keep it real. Like, I can understand Last of Us. That's, a lot of people liking that. I can understand a lot of people liking Uncharted and stuff like that. But when you get to games like The Last Guardian, that's a certain person, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a certain caliber of gamer that, likes that. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I played, and even Shadow of the Colossus, I played it, but at the same time, the game's more of a puzzle game, and I felt the world was very empty. I did. I felt like you're riding around on that horse, and the world is very empty. I played it on PlayStation Now when I had signed up for it, and it had it charged me, and I had another month, so I was like, oh, I guess I'll give the Shadow of Colossus a try. And I got up to like the 7th Colossus, but basically it's a puzzle game. And it wasn't a bad game or nothing. I'm just saying, like, how could you like games like that and not like something on Nintendo? You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make any fucking sense. It's a puzzle game, And you got, I don't know, I'm just lost with that. But yeah, you didn't hear shit about the Last Guardian. RXL said it only takes a week to beat Dave, but still, the way that people go on about shit on YouTube, you weren't even hearing nobody talk about it, but for fucking 10 years, they're claiming they waited for this game? Okay, it takes 2 weeks to beat. Okay, or it takes a week to beat. Okay, RXL, that's fine. How long's Mario take to beat? Mario Odyssey, and how long did we hear about that? Yeah, okay, thank you. Mario Odyssey don't take long to beat, but you heard people talking that more than a week, right? Zelda didn't. Zelda's a long game, but I'm saying Mario Odyssey is a good example. People talked about that well over a week. But I'm saying they didn't wait 10 years for Mario Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? When you wait that long for a game, you might play it. If I'm waiting 10 years for a game, which I never waited 10 years for a game, but if I'm waiting 10 years for a game, I might play that bitch. And you guys know me. I play one game and I'm done. I play the game, beat it, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not usually playing a game again. I was, even Alien Isolation on the PS4 Pro, I was like, damn, this shit looks so good. I'll play this motherfucker again. You guys know I like Alien Isolation. That's a game I might play again because it was such a good game. Now that I forgot some things about it, I'd play it again. I'm almost tempted to go over to my brother's and play it on his TV and, just have fun with it again. But I'm not, I didn't wait 10 years on that game. That was a game that actually everybody down talked, and I got it for $14, and I was like, why did I not buy this when it came out? Why? Because I listened to idiots on YouTube. Oh, when you get to a certain part of the game, you fall down and have to start all over again. This is shit I heard. Oh, it's not that good. The alien comes out. Well, come on, people. Like, oh, you don't really get to kill anything in it, but the cyborgs or what? What? Like, who cares? It's the experience of that game that's fucking awesome. Like I listen to so much bullshit about that game, and I'm like, how did I pass this game up? But I got an amazing game for. I think it was like 11 or 14 bucks I bought on a flash sale. But I'm sorry, if you're talking about a game and waiting on the game for 10 fucking years, I'm sorry. I think there'll be more talk than after a week it comes out. I didn't even hear anybody play it. Like, how people get games later on, like I played Alien Isolation later on, or say you play the game, you didn't get it its first week. Like the week of that game was it. I didn't hear nobody talking about it the second week. Maybe somebody didn't give me money till the second week to get it. Sometimes it takes a little while for people to get games. They don't get everything day one. But that game, the talk of that game was gone. Like, done. It was over, Like, come on, people. Come on. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We know RXL's a cheerleader for Sony, but that let's just be real. Let's just keep it real on that. Nobody was talking about that shit. Thing I'm trying to say is, you see people going on, the few people are going on about it, if they are, just because it's a Sony exclusive, you're making yourself play games you don't want to play just to support your company of choice. I don't know. It's beyond me. Flip Bayless says I can make any of those games last a while, and so can I. I don't play all them games right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't rush and beat a game, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna rush and beat a game all the time, unless the game, like, I'll be honest with you, Last of Us, like the campaign of that, I went right through because it was really good. The story was really good. If it's like super good, I'll go right through it. And I don't know. I don't see The Last Guardian being super good where people went right through it. I'm sorry. I don't. I just don't. Why did it take them so long to make the game if it's so short, RXL? What was the holdup? But God, yeah, exactly, Ozzy. No one cares about The Last Guardian anymore. That will be the last we'll be hearing of The Last Guardian, what Dave just said about it. But yeah. What's up, Degwin Soto Zabi? Hey, I'm the only person here. What does he say? He says, Dave, you go to the distance yourself from a racist. Dave, you got to distance yourself from a racist like RXL if you're going to make it out of the Crumb side. Well, me and RXL already made it out of the Crumb side. We don't e-beg. That we found the key to making it out of the Crumb side. I don't know if you guys heard this earlier, but you just don't e-beg. If you want to stay on the Crumb side, e-beg. That was the way. We were all searching for the key. Remember a while ago I made the video, the key of the Crumb side? Like, trying to figure out how to get out of the Crumb side. Well, guys, we figured it out. To keep yourself from getting any crummier and getting out of the Crumb side would be not e-begging. Patreon is an e-beg. Don't Patreon, basically. Don't cry and everything. Now, if I did this whole stream, I talked about e-begging, but did I go through the whole stream, like, crying about fucking money? Crying about how bad my life is? Crying about how, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore unless you give me money in my super chat? No. Or Patreon? No. Not at all. That to me, guys, is not fucking enjoyable. I'm sorry. It's just not. I don't know. I don't see how that's enjoyable. But I do in a way. I like RXL. He likes to laugh at it. He thinks it's funny. I get it. I don't know. Sometimes I feel sorry for people like that. You know, I don't know. I just, I don't know. He says, I miss GamerNate78. GamerNate's still here with us in spirit. I guarantee GamerNate's listening to us right now. He's probably somebody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, GamerNate's not gone. GamerNate is always listening. Us mentioning GamerNate right now will get me a phone call tomorrow from GamerNate. I guarantee it. Almost. Almost. But yeah, this is why it's glorious being a Madden, NBA 2K, MLB, NHL, and UFC casual. I can make any of those games. Oh, okay. I kind of get where you're going with that. I think after 1 week of Mario, you dropped it like a bad habit for either Evil Within 2 or Dead by Daylight. Actually, RXL, you're wrong. I beat Mario, and I didn't beat it in a week. I actually took my time with it. And I've said that on my videos. Like, I have proof of it, too. So, no, I didn't drop it in a week. I actually took a few weeks to finish that game. I just played a little bit here, a little bit there, and I finished it. And I actually even said, too, that I liked Super Mario 3D World better than that one. I thought the moon part was really cool. I liked Mario Odyssey, but I didn't find it to be my favorite Mario. I still have to say Mario 64. I did like it though, but I didn't find it to be my favorite Mario. No, I actually like Super Mario Odyssey more than that one. But I did enjoy playing it. I did enjoy playing it. But who's saying he's a racist? I hope my in-laws don't find out that I'm black. Well, I'll admit, when I came on YouTube and heard RXL, I thought he was a white guy. I did. I thought he was white. He just sounds very white. He has a very white sound going on with him. Unless he does his like Hard 8 impressions, then he sounds pretty black. That's funny. Vapor juice. It's always great. But Pumpkinhead, that video of Nate going nuts on you, Dave, is one of the all-time YouTube classic videos. Yeah. That was a funny time. That was one I can say that I started. You know, I kind of instigated that. But at the same time, a lot of people don't know what was behind that and why I started that. Me and the Clown Meat at the time were tired of Nate switching consoles. Meaning, Nate had this habit of, which I've said this before, but Nate had this habit, which I don't think people totally understood when I said it, but I'll explain a little bit better now. Nate had this habit of basically going to Microsoft, you know, getting an Xbox, you know, joining Microsoft or joining Sony or joining Nintendo, but he felt like when he got around Microsoft fanboys, he couldn't talk to you no more. He couldn't relate to you no more. Or if he got around Nintendo fans, he couldn't get a, like Nintendo cheerleaders. Let's call them cheerleaders. Like I said, I don't like the fanboy word. I never was a big fan of that word. It just sounds stupid. I don't know. Cheerleaders suits him more. But if you were playing on PlayStation to Microsoft, then he couldn't talk to you no more. That's what we got irritated with Nate. So Nate would be like, come to PlayStation, oh, buy Destiny, oh, buy this, get you to get all these games, and then jump to Microsoft, sells PlayStation. And then me and Tommy got agitated with it, you know. You want to know the first time how I met Gamer Nate? Gamer Nate, like, just hit me up, like, one day on PlayStation. Like, and was acting like, you know, we were best buds from me. And I'm cool with Nate. I'm just saying how he hit me up. And I was like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. And we started playing. But then Nate had a flip-flopping problem. And we would go get games, play with Nate, and then he'd drop you. He did it a few times, I think, to us. And then we got tired of it, you know. And that's why that went down. That was the reasoning behind that. But I do take full responsibility for that. And I feel bad the time it went on, you know, with his mom and stuff and how things went. I didn't call the people claim he even said I didn't do it. It was some mix up with Shaner. But the one thing I never understood about the whole thing, he said somebody called his phone. I never asked Nate this either. I might have, but I never got an answer, I don't think. In the video, he claims that somebody called his mom and was cursing and said it was me, right? But then he said later on it wasn't me. But who was the person that called his phone and was cursing? He kind of said it was a mix-up with Shaner, but I don't get that. Do you guys follow what I'm saying? Like, who was the person cursing on the phone, at his mom in the hospital? Was it Shaner? Like, I don't know. Like, that's how he made it sound. I'm not saying Shane did that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Shane would know the answer to that because Shane might know the answer to that. Nate knows the answer to that. Was there ever a person calling the hospital yelling at his mom, or is this something Nate said? I don't know, but I always was curious about that. Who was the person in the hospital? With all that, controversy that went on, we never got that answer and never really asked that question. Since we're bringing up the whole thing with Nate again, which is fine. I mean, I don't care who brought it up. That's one thing I always wondered that I always forget to mention, which I'm mentioning it now. Nate, can you please tell us that since you're listening, probably? Well, I guess I'll be getting a phone call tomorrow. Pumpkin has that video. Arxel says, for a while I didn't tell people I was Mexican. I got banned from PSN for making fun of Puerto Ricans. That's funny. Pumpkin has said that. LOL, that clown meat dude was bonkers. He used to set fireworks off on his house. He still does it. I watch his content from time to time. He's still doing it. He's still in his truck lighting fireworks off. He lights them off in his truck now with people in it. Like, that was a little while ago, but I was actually watching his videos. And he was lighting fireworks in the truck off. I don't understand the whole thing with that, and I'm not going to go on about that, but that's another crazy situation. Like I said earlier, I had issues on YouTube, but I forgot exactly what I was talking about earlier, but it was something to do with, like, the different things that went on YouTube. But basically, YouTube politics. You'll get cool with somebody, and then they may not like your opinion, and may like this group of people better or something, and then you'll join different sides. I don't do all that no more. I don't. I'm not being involved in shit like that no more. I'm just being Dave over here. I'm gonna be Dave the live streamer. Dave, I might do a live show just like this every once in a while. Like I said, like once a week. And that's good for me. I don't need a bunch of people on a podcast. Maybe once in a while I'll have a guest. I don't know. But I think this one turned out pretty good other than the audio. I think it was a pretty good one. Dave's getting on UFC right now. Like I said, I do have Evil Within 2. That's my next story game on a beat. I was thinking about streaming that for a little while, but I think I'm going to do more UFC. And then I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. But thank you guys. I appreciate it for you joining Dave Bitchin' Live. I think we got a lot of points, a lot of things I wanted to talk about. Had a blast doing it. Ozzy Sly 47 Adam, thank you for watching. Later day going to watch Cloverfield. Yeah, I want to see Cloverfield. I was gonna watch that, but I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. I'm off right now. RXL 209, D Win Soto Zabby, thank you for watching. I think it said Pumpkinhead, the one named Shadow. Thank you, buddy. I just got a copyright claim, I guess, I got another copyright claim, I guess, for my last live stream. Arcs also got a copyright claim for my one before that, but I don't care. I don't know. I guess, because of the music, that's why. That's why. Because of the music. Flip Bayless, Hydro, thank you for watching. Callie, thank you for watching. I think Jack Move was in here too. I'm pretty sure we'll say Jack Move Johnny, thank you for watching. I'm pretty sure he was in here. I just don't know if it's a fake account. Somebody said Frozen said there was a fake account of Jack Move Johnny earlier on the live stream, on the other live stream. But guys, thank you for watching. I had a blast. I will be right back on my UFC. If anybody's down to play ARCs, I'll play a few matches later, guys. Thank you. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section, and be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe, and hit me up and hit the super chat every time I'm on. And be sure to get a red turtle shell in my Patreon, and I will talk to you on Skype for 20 minutes instead of 15. How about that? And I'll go for a lower cost. I'll do it for I'll do it for $45. How about that? That's a good deal, guys? And help me out, help you out. I'll do autographs for blue turtle shells. I think like a yellow turtle shell, I can actually, maybe put my blood on something. Just kidding. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just ridiculous. But guys, have a good one. Thank you for watching, as usual. Later, YouTube. Till next time.